The sinking of the Titanic may have happened over 113 years ago, but the curiosity surrounding the disaster remains at its peak. Numerous documentaries and a box office smash hit have since come out, shedding light on what happened on that fateful and bitterly cold night. Stateroom B-60 was a first-class experience. Southampton Pier 44 was the departure point for the Titanic. Lifeboats row a wing towards Carpathia. Survivors can be seen wearing borrowed clothing. Three huge propellers can be seen below the ship. The Titanic even featured a gym. The smoking room aboard the Titanic. A view from a lifeboat hanging beside the ship. This iceberg was photographed 2 days before sinking the Titanic. Mr. and Mrs. George Harder were on their honeymoon on the Titanic's maiden voyage. The day the ship sank, first-class passengers were served this menu. Second-class passengers menu the day the ship sank. A casual photo of passager walking on the Titanic's deck. Purser Hugh Walter McElroy and Captain Edward J. Smith. The final shot taken from land of the Titanic leaving Ireland. Albert Caldwell, Sylvia, and their son. Among the shipwreck debris, a lady's shoe was found. The legendary band members that played to the passengers as the ship sunk. The Titanic had the largest anchor in the world. These metal workers are dwarfed by the chain links at Hingley and Sons. The actual violin the band's lead played as the ship sunk. The smoking room for second-class passengers. The Titanic departs the harbor of Southampton, England. An impressive view of the Titanic at the outfitting dock. The men who built the Titanic leave the shipyard after the shift. Two of the 5 tugboats guiding the Titanic into the waters of Belfast. The opulent dining room for first-class passengers. The Odell family took this picture, which survived because they left the ship in Cove. The Explorers Club, who discovered the wreck, installed a commemorative plaque on the ship's capstan. One of the surviving deck chairs on display in a museum. The grand staircase was very grand indeed. The Carpathia was the rescue vessel for many Titanic survivors. The Titanic's main dining room was large and basic. The cafe veranda was located on the quay, the starboard side of the ship. Titanic Suite B, 57 shows decorations in the Holland style. Deck A was reserved for first-class passengers. First-class passenger Molly Brown made a property loss claim after the ship sunk. Jack Thayer's description of the sinking of the Titanic. The Titanic being launched into the water for the first time. Officers alongside Captain Smith in 1912. massive hydraulic launch rams below the port bow of the Titanic. The portside promenade A of the ship. Deck F of the Titanic had a swimming pool. The Marconi radio room was only ever captured in this one single image. The ship's gym was only for first-class passengers. One of the last photos taken of the Titanic as it sails towards New York from Ireland. Dishes perfectly lined up upon discovery of the shipwreck in 1985. The wing propeller seen on the starboard side of the Titanic's shipwreck. This stanchion is where the wheel of the ship A photo of the iceberg that sank the Titanic, taken from on board the Carpathia. Workers are seen fitting the starboard tail shaft. The bow view of the Titanic during its build. The port view of the Titanic as it nears completion. Bernice Palmer's Kodak Brownie camera that took some of the most important photos of the survivors and the iceberg.